Good morning. Welcome to the Knit Sip Cozy channel. I'm Amy, and this is the start of my Cozy November vlogs. It's going to be a weekly vlog series, which was not my original intention. I had originally intended to do a month of daily vlogs, sharing with you bits of my day, how I'm trying to make this month really lovely and cozy for me and my family. But on Halloween night, so the night of the 31st, I came down with a horrible cold, felt absolutely miserable, thought it could be the coronavirus, so I had a COVID test last Monday. Fortunately, that came back negative. Yeah, this was just a miserable cold, and I'm finally starting to feel better. I can finally talk without coughing, which is a huge relief. So I tried last week to record a daily vlog-ish type thing, and I realized that with not feeling well, with COVID kind of increasing in our area, and the fact that I am not the best editor, that daily vlogs were just not going to work. I didn't feel I had enough content or enough patience and stamina to record and edit a vlog every day. So instead I decided, okay, let's roll with it. Let's do a weekly vlog, perhaps, and we'll see how that goes. My original intention was just to do a podcast, and I think maybe I will get back to that at some point. But for now, we'll see how we go. As I said, I'm Amy. I live in Nevada, which is in the western portion of the United States. We're just a few miles east of California, just to kind of give you a sense of where I'm located. I live in northern Nevada with my husband, Greg, and our daughter. I'm hoping to introduce you to myself a little more organically as these vlogs progress. And I'm not sure what you would like to know, so let me know if there are things, and if I can share those with you, I will. I thought I would share a little today of my knitting. I'm going to try something different with my knitting this week. My focus has been all over the place. So I've decided to try to focus on one larger knitting project and then one or two socks in progress. And I'll show you those in just a minute. But the first knitting project, I have a pile of knitting in my lap. The first knitting project I want to show you is the one I'm going to focus on this week. So throughout the week, if you see me knitting, it will probably be on this or one of two sock projects. This is the Hermione, ooh, it looks so pretty. The Hermione green, This is the Hermione Jean Granger shawl. And this is a pattern, a paid-for pattern by Tyne Swedish. Gosh, I hope I'm saying her name correctly. I don't think I've ever heard it said. You can find her as The Cleverest Stitch on Instagram. And I will try to make all of the things that I reference available down below. The technical aspects of producing this vlog are the most challenging for me. I hope you'll bear with me. Be somewhat patient. I'm trying to keep it really simple, but doing the best I can. So it's a lovely, relaxing knit. It requires 3 skeins of fingering weight yarn And I am knitting this on a US 4, which is a 3.5 millimeter needle. It's funny, I started another project over the weekend, and I'm knitting that on a US 2, a 2.75 millimeter needle. And when I sat down to record this, I realized I was in the middle of a row, so I knit to the end of the row. And these needles felt huge just after that little bit of knitting with the 2.75. I thought that was funny. Yeah, so let me show you the yarns. The one I'm currently using is Dumbledore's Office by Murray & Co. Wool Goods. It's a gorgeous speckled yarn with lots of blues, grays, rusts. There's this gorgeous pop of kind of like a citron green. I'm really enjoying it. This yarn I'm actually finished with. I finished knitting all of the sections that I'm going to use it for. This is called A Little Bit of Hocus Pocus, and it's by a dyer who I don't believe is dyeing anymore. Old Wire Road Fiber Company, I think is what she was last dyeing under, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a gorgeous kind of rust colored with flecks and speckles of lighter kind of caramels and blacks, and I love this. I started knitting it when we were, as you can see, it's the very first yarn I used, and I started knitting it while we were at our cabin. I was so struck by how much it looked like the bark on one of the pine trees that I was sitting near. This was in August, I believe. Yeah, it's just a really beautiful color. And then the last yarn, which, like a good podcaster, I actually have a yarn tag or ticket, as Dan of the Bakery Bears would call it. This is a homespun house, and this is her soft sock, Molly's soft sock base, which is a 75-25, and the colorway is Melodrama. This is the yarn. And it's really gorgeous. Somehow browns and purples have really come to mean autumn for me. I love working with those colors at this time of year. So this one is perfect. So this is where I'm currently, I'm keeping my progress with the sweetest little owl carving. This progress keeper is was made by BJ, who you can find at Tilting Planet on Instagram, and she has a gorgeous Etsy shop. Her ingenuity, her creativity, I'm constantly inspired. Anyway, this is my gorgeous little owl, which I'm not going to bother to hold up too closely because I don't know if it's going to focus. Yeah, so there's where I'm at. Just in this little section of Dumbledore's Office, and we'll see where I get. We'll see where I am at the end of the week. I'm going to make this a Monday through Sunday, slightly monogamous knitting, and so I'll show you next Monday where I progressed to. I want to say that this is something I've wanted to do for a very, very long time. And it's really exciting to me to be getting started. For me, a big part of the joy of creating is sharing what I create with other people. And, I've largely done that through Instagram, and I'm really excited to be doing that through this format. You are so welcome here, and I am so excited to show you more of my making, my cozy. Thank you. I have a remote control. I don't need to be reaching at that little thing. Well, by remote control, I mean this little blip. Okay. All of a sudden, I lost all of my light. Well, hopefully the sun will poke back out soon. Before I show you the socks that I plan on working on throughout the week, I thought I would just show you quickly a pair that I just finished yesterday. I haven't even woven in ends or anything. These are, well, first of all, the yarn is Bruised Peaches, or Bruised Peach, by Lay Family Yarn. Hi, Kelly. And the contrast toe is a yarn by Playful Day Yarns. And I got this, I believe last year. It was either in my advent calendar that I got from Playful Day Yarns, or it might have been a mini set that I got. I can't remember, but I love these socks. I used the Ringwood pattern out of the Knitting Vintage Socks book by Nancy Bush. It's this one. I absolutely love the texture that it created. Yeah, this was just a really fun knit. I knit 35 rows of cuff in Knit 2 Purl 2, and then I used the pattern. I knit a standard heel flap, heel turn, gusset. That is my preferred sock knitting method, and I used the pattern from the book. So these are finished. And then I am currently knitting, I'm currently knitting a pair of surprise socks for my daughter and myself. They're going to be kind of matching, well, no, they are going to be matching mother-daughter Advent socks. I'm knitting these on DPNs. They are a 2.25 millimeter, which is a US 1. And I absolutely adore them. So I am striping minis with, let's see if I have it, just a plain cream yarn. I don't even know what this is. It was in my stash, and for me, somehow, stripy yarns are just very kind of Christmas, holiday. They just really, that really speaks holiday to me. Maybe it's because elves? I don't know. Anyway, I'm using, let's see, I'm just knitting a 3x1 ribbed sock because I find that those fit my daughter best. I have 64 stitches for my sock, 56 stitches for hers. And I'm going to use this red, which is actually another a Homespun House yarn. And this was part of her Elf, like the movie Elf with Will Ferrell. This is part of her Elf mini set. And I'm going to use this red, I hope, for these first, so, the first yarn of the cuffs, the heels, and maybe the toes of both socks. But then I'm going to vary the yarns that are striped up in between. The socks will match, but they won't be the same, if that makes sense. So we'll both have the same pair of socks, but our first sock will differ from our second sock. This is the completed leg, and I'm not sure if at this point I'm going to knit the legs of the second socks or go on to knit the heel. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I feel like knitting the legs of the second socks might give me a bit more motivation and a bit more confidence that I'll get these finished by December 1st. So these are a surprise for my daughter. I plan to give these to her on the first day of December, the first day of the Advent. And so I can't knit monogamously on these per se, because if I feel like knitting a sock while she's around, I have to have something else to work on. So I really want to spend a lot of time working on these so I can make a lot of progress, hopefully get these finished well in advance of December 1st. But there is a bit of a time crunch, so because I can only knit them when she's at school. Yeah. So that's the reason for my only semi-monogamous sock knitting. See you soon. Good evening. It's the end of the day. We're all settling down. We had a wonderful dinner. I just had a wonderful shower. I'm thinking about doing some knitting on my Hermione Jean Granger shawl. I nearly did it again. Did you hear it? Hermione Green Granger. And I'm thinking about ending the year with some Austen reading. I've read most of these before, maybe with the exception of Mansfield Park. I don't know. I was going to read War and Peace. In fact, I have that right here. I just don't know if I'm up for it. We'll see. Feels like the book to read this pandemic year. I hope you've had a good day. See you tomorrow. Hello. I am downstairs in my kind of crafting area, doing a little planning for next year. I decided that my word for next year is going to be simplify. I have a lot of areas in my life where I feel like this just really needs to happen. So I put all of my planning in an effort to be a little more organized and a little more simplified is going to be in my Hobonichi Techo Cousin. I've previously used just the standard Hobonichi Techo. Maybe that's an A6 size. This is an A5. It's bigger. One of the things I love about it is that it has weekly pages. And so I'm going to use those primarily for planning, and, just kind of the things that I need to accomplish throughout the week. I bought a bunch of printable stickers and then some sticker paper, and I'm going to use these throughout the year. I love these. They're so sweet. Go for a walk. Here's another one with weather for each day. I'm probably going to try to keep a bit of a journal for each day with, how the weather was, what I worked on, what I accomplished, those kinds of things. This one says that there's a video call. Look at these. How lovely. Pretty rainbows. I've printed some of these on clear sticker paper, which is what this is. And then I'll cut them out and put them in the planner. And then I've printed other things on regular sticker paper. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to using these, especially these little, did I show the cleaning ones? I don't think I did. I'm especially looking forward to using these cleaning stickers during my weekly planning. So laundry and clean the bathroom. Let's see what else they have. Scrubbing, sweeping floors, vacuuming, all of those kinds of things. This one comes from Artemis Planners. These two cleaning ones, that's where I found these, and that was a shop on Etsy. This one comes from Printable Stickers, ink by Jen G. And then these, all of the other ones come from Plannerology Studio. Yeah, I love these. They have a very Scandinavian kind of feel to them. These come from Plannerology Studio as well. I printed the Simplify, which I'm going to put in the beginning of the planner on like one of those pieces of vellum, which I really love. Yeah, I'm excited to get to the new year and start using these.
telecommuting from home today. Thought I might have a little break for some lovely, ooh, just put my finger right in the tea. This is harder than it looks. For some lovely tea, little bit of sock knitting. I hope you're having a good Thursday. Oh, it's a beauty. Friday night fun times. What are we playing, Lovey?
I don't know what it's called.
It's called Dragonwood.
It's super complicated, but the cards are so beautiful. There's Edri's cards.
I'm gonna do the spider and...
Then you want to do the one where they're the same color. So that's Scream. That's the highest one. It would be easier to get if you did Stomp or Strike.
I'm gonna do straight.
Yeah.
Good morning. Gosh, look at that beautiful sky. We turned the camera on and there it was. So, this morning, I'm going to take you around to our backyard. It's kind of a mess. I recently purchased this portable greenhouse. And I'm going to try my hand at some greenhouse growing. We have kind of a weird growing season here, and it would be really nice to have a spot where I could be doing that outside, because our inside has limited space. So today we are going to clear out what we already have as a raised bed that's only had sunflowers growing in it for the last few years, and we're going to put the greenhouse right there. I had originally thought I would put it here in this spot next to the house, but I think that's not going to work very well. It just doesn't get the amount of sunlight that I thought it would during the colder weather. Or during these shorter days. The sun doesn't much get up over the house next door to us. So, see you in a minute. So these are our two current raised beds. And really, this one gets sun. This is the one, this is where we're going to put it, right in this area. And this gets sun really throughout most of the day. We have a tree over here, scraggly old hawthorn, that, blocks a part. It blocks it for just a short while in the morning. But yeah, so this is kind of this is before. I think this will work. Got some pretty color back here, some red. So yeah, that's the plan. Maybe I'll do some filming during and after. I'm excited. All right, we've got progress at 12:30. I've just been working on it for a while. A bunch of different ideas were bandied about. And then I found these kind of cinder block. Oh, there's my shot out. These kind of cinder block bits, blocks, behind an old shed of ours. And so, talk about using what you have. We get extremely high winds here in northern Nevada. Yesterday we had winds that were upwards of 111 miles per hour. And I'm just going to switch you around. 111 miles per hour, which is crazy wind. Anyway, yeah. So we've been working. My hair's a disaster. It's just such a beautiful sunny spot. In fact, I was getting hot working in this spot. So yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. There I am. Lots of cleaning up to do. Of course, now all my sun is gone, but the greenhouse is up. Oh my goodness, I love it. Oh, it's so sweet. Look. I'm gonna take some temperature readings and then, excuse me. And then I have some seedlings that I'm gonna plant out here, some winter lettuce and beets and carrots. Yeah. So nothing in these pots is growing. It's just dirt I salvaged from the raised bed because it had really good soil. Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. This is going to be a fun new adventure.